Hello, and well, it's 7 in the morning as I'm filming this. So hello and good morning to you viewers out there. Today it is Wednesday, August 19th, 2020. And for this video today, I'm not going to be spending a whole lot of time on this video, but and also there will be no visuals in this video as well. This is something that I thought I'd finally mention at the beginning of a video, which is something that I've been slipping up on lately. But for this video today, I will briefly discuss and share my thoughts on the XFL being sold. So I also want to take a moment to thank my subscriber Caesar. Thank you for mentioning the XFL sale, and I thought I'd do this video for you. And I also wanted to take some time to cover it since that has been brought to my attention. So thank you, Caesar. In terms of the video today, I'll share my thoughts on the sale of the XFL. So the XFL was sold to Dwayne Johnson, aka The Rock, his ex-wife, I believe, Dany Garcia, who I believe is heavily involved in Dwayne Johnson's acting career. I think she is a manager, his manager, I believe. Please correct me if I'm wrong there. And there was also, I believe, there was a company involved. I'm not sure if they were a hedge fund company or a financial group, something, maybe a bit of both. But yeah, that group, investor group, Dany Garcia and Dwayne Johnson purchased the XFL. And what really surprised me about the sale was that the XFL was sold for only $15 million. I honestly figured that at the bare minimum, that league would have sold for $50 million. So the fact that The Rock purchased the XFL alongside Dany Garcia and this other company for $15 million, in my personal opinion, that's a pretty damn good deal, because with how well the XFL was appearing to be doing earlier this year, I actually believe that it'll not be too long until that league doubles what it was purchased for. I actually believe that within the next 5 years, if COVID-19 is taken care of and ultimately the pandemic's brought to a close, and also if the XFL can actually play a few seasons without being shut down, I actually believe it is very, at least from my perspective, it's very, very likely, in my opinion, that the value of that league will more than double from what it was purchased for. So I'm honestly really happy that the XFL has been sold, and I also really like who the XFL was sold to. Dwayne Johnson has been in a number of significant films in the past decade. He's a well-known name, famous wrestler, now a famous actor on top of that. He actually even had a stint with the Calgary Stampeders briefly in the mid-1990s before he was ultimately cut. And then that's when he got into wrestling. And from there, his wrestling career transitioned into what has been a very successful acting career as The Rock. So Dwayne Johnson is a very well-known name. And when people hear that, oh, The Rock bought the XFL, more people, if they haven't already, are probably going to want to check the XFL out. So that's good. I think that just having The Rock as an owner of the XFL will be a huge marketing opportunity for the league. And you know what? I think that The Rock and his ex-wife are going to be able to keep the TV deals that the XFL had with Fox and I believe ESPN, if I'm not mistaken. So that's really good. On top of that, you know, they will also be able to put together enough money with the other company that was involved in the sale of the XFL to put together, to pay out the salaries of players and personnel across the league to get this league up and running again. Now, I don't know what it's going to look like, but I've been hearing that they're aiming to restart in 2021. That would be really, really big if they could. But remember, right now with physical distancing guidelines in place, I'm not sure how they're going to work it. Will they play in a slightly filled stadium with very minimal capacity? Or will they play in empty stadiums like the NFL is probably going to end up doing when they start up next month, as I'm filming this? Time will tell. I'm optimistic that the XFL, with Dwayne Johnson being the main owner of that league now, will be able to restart. And looking at how well the XFL was doing earlier this year until COVID-19 shut everything down, let alone the XFL, I actually believe that there is very much a chance that the XFL could finally become something legitimate and something that is long-term and successful long-term. So I was ecstatic about the announcement of the sale, and I was also ecstatic right away with who it was sold to. Dwayne Johnson, I think that you having him as a owner, will be an instant marketing plus for the league. I believe that the XFL's new ownership will have no problem securing the TV deals, or at least keeping the ones they had already in place, keep the sponsorship deals in place. I think this will be very big. And people now knowing that are now going to start to realize that, hey, the Rock owns the XFL. Maybe I'll give this league a few minutes of my time. I started watching it right after the Super Bowl out of my own curiosity. And after a few weeks, I was really impressed with what I was watching. The XFL was not too gimmicky. I loved how it felt more like it engaged you more. There was more behind the scenes stuff that they showed you during games. And, I honestly feel that was really cool. And I was at a point where I was watching it every week whenever I could. So I hope that the XFL can launch again in 2021. Fingers crossed there. And would it ever be nice if the XFL could be a long-term success story? So what do you guys think about the sale? I'm honestly ecstatic. I think Dwayne Johnson will be a huge plus to the XFL. Having The Rock as an owner, I think he will be a really good promoter of the league. I actually believe that the XFL has a chance to do really well long-term now. Now that they've got new ownership and got The Rock of all people as an owner, that's impressive. Tell me what you think, and do you agree that this is good? Do you think it's bad? Feel free to comment below. Truth is, I'm actually planning on doing one more XFL video after this video. Hopefully at some point today, maybe tomorrow, we'll see. What that'll be, well, I'll surprise you when I upload it. Anyways, folks, I'm going to call it a wrap at this point. I hope you enjoyed this video if you stuck around. And until my next video, you guys take care. And of course, as always, folks, bye for now.